Hey guys, Alex Torelli. I got the scarf on, a little under the weather today, so you get my under the weather energy, but I'm gonna try to keep it up because I got a fired up video for you guys today. So start with a story. I was 14 years old when I started my second business. I use business, it makes me look smart. That's kind of silly. So my first business, I guess, I'll throw this out there. I know I'm gonna get comments. I was selling baked goods to the local coffee shop, but they shut me down because I couldn't make them in my parents' kitchen. So 14, I decided to deliver flyers for marketing for my parents' real estate company because they needed flyers delivered. So I'd get paid 10 cents a house to like go on foot and run from door to door and like put the flyer under the doormat. I did well with this. I was making like, I think $5 an hour if I calculated how long it took me to deliver all the flyers in a 300 track home in Orange County. And yeah, so it was good. Things were going well. But I realized, so I had there was three key moments in the business for me. The first one was when I realized that instead of delivering one flyer, I could deliver two flyers at a time. And delivering two flyers at a time wouldn't really cost me any additional work because I would just carry them in a bag and I could put a little divider. But doing two at a time would take like 10 extra seconds per house, but I'd make double the money. So I realized this was powerful. So I went to the Yellow Pages. I called all the roofers, the tiles, the people that did the floors, like anyone that could possibly need flyers or services delivered. And I said, hey, I have this company called Doormat Delivery. I gave them the pitch. I got better at it as I called and got hung up on like 60 times. And I finally got some people that said, yes, so like, sure, I'd love flyers delivered. That's amazing you do that. We were actually looking for that. Like 1 out of 20 people says that. And you're like, really? Like, that's amazing. So I never told them I was like 14, whatever. I just said, oh, just mail the flyers to this address and I'll take care of it. And then, I would say go check on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. They'll be done so that they could go check and see that the flyers were there. And that was the game. I won based on that simple strategy. So now my hourly rate doubled. So I was going from $5 an hour to $10 an hour to $15 an hour, delivering 3 at once, but my hourly increased dramatically. So that was actually the second breakthrough I had. The first breakthrough I had was smaller than that. And I realized that it was much more efficient to go on rollerblades than it is on foot. So I could increase my hourly by going faster by using rollerblades, and I could increase my speed by 50%. So my hourly went from like $5 an hour to $30 an hour with these business improvements. And every time I did this, my business got bigger. But it wasn't until like a year after doing this, now my business was getting pretty big. I had people like calling me or like repeat customers, and I really couldn't afford to have more business just because I didn't have enough time to deliver all their flyers. I was already working Saturday mornings. I was getting up at 8 a.m. So I'm like 15, 16-year-olds. My friends are out chasing girls, like having fun, whatever. And I was spending a lot of my Saturdays and Sundays getting up at 8 a.m. delivering flyers for 4 to 6 hours on the grind. And yes, I was making a decent amount of money, but it's like, it's a lot to trade when you're at your impressionable age in high school, right? Like passing up, going out with friends to be up early on a Saturday is like the ultimate trade. And so I realized that all the money I was making wasn't allowing me to do what I thought the money would allow me to do, which was have this like cool lifestyle, but because I was trading all my time for the money. And so now I'm in this spot where I'm making more money than my friends and I'm doing a job that's cool, where I'm kind of like running my own business. It was kind of even cool at the time, but I don't have any of my time to enjoy things. And like my friends that are making like they don't even have jobs. They're just like hanging out on a Saturday. And I'm like, something is wrong here. Like something is fundamentally wrong with the fact that I can make, have the biggest hourly and have the shittiest lifestyle. Like there's something fundamentally wrong here. So this is my first exercise, like practical exercise in like lifestyle with a business, which was like trading time for money is the lose. That was like the underlying root cause of my problem. I mean, I could put a Band-Aid on it and only deliver 1 flyer instead of 2, or I could be like, oh, I'm gonna have like a balanced life and only work Saturdays and not work Sundays. But it was all Band-Aids on a knife wound. Like I'm still trading time for money, I'm still fucked. So I basically was like, all right, how can I structure this so that I don't have to do that, but not get rid of the business? I mean, it's easy just to throw away the business and be like, I'm just gonna kick it, I'm 16, I'm just gonna chill. I was like, I worked too hard for that. I busted my ass on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. like sweating balls to get flyers delivered under this Doormat Delivery company. I'm not throwing it away. And so I realized, what I could do is my friends all want to get jobs too, and I have an asset. I have a business that makes like, you can make $30 an hour if you're hustling and you're good at rollerblading. My rollerblading skills got good. I actually was making enough that I bought new bearings for my rollerblades so that my wheels turn faster. Like I was investing in this shit, okay? And so I got decent at rollerblading too. So if you're good at rollerblading and have like decent rollerblades, you can make like 30 an hour, which is like a lot. It's a lot even like now, but for like a 16-year-old in high school, that's like printing printing. So I called up some of my friends and I pitched it to them like, look, I'll give you 20 an hour to do this. And I just focused on the business and I just made the difference. And I was like, dude, this is like, holy shit. I just, discovered like Play-Doh, scoot over, buddy. I got just fucking figured out the world, right? So this was like amazing. I was printing on this for like 6 months or a year. And then I discovered poker and, whatever. I used this money to bankroll my poker, to be honest. But that was like my game. That was my business. And I realized, okay, this is amazing. I'm making a fraction of what I was making before, but what I have is just the nuts for me. Like I have something that allows me to not trade my time for money and still make comparable relative money. And now I can have my Saturdays that I can use to hang out, and I have discretionary money to spend on a Saturday. So this was just like incredible. I had the lifestyle, I had a little bit of the money, but I realized I don't need a lot of the money. What I need is a lot of the time. That was always my priority. So I'm speaking from that truth. I'm not saying that should be everybody's priority. I'm saying it's really important to first and foremost get clear on what your priority is. And once you realize it, structure a situation that allows for that. So this was my priority. And this, so I guess when I do consider what to do now, I'm going to kind of like give you something that I really feel like is practical you can take away from this. Is like now when I get offers or like sponsorship deal or like a new business venture, someone pitches me an idea, I always am thinking through the lens of not what are the bells and whistles, not this is making them make 30 an hour, oh my gosh, that's amazing, but what are the implications for my lifestyle? Because I know what I value. I value having control over my time and freedom and flexibility in my lifestyle. I value being able tomorrow to go online, click an app, and be in a different city or country because I can do it. I can't do that because I have $1 billion. I can do that because I have control over my time. There's plenty of people more wealthy than me. But what I do have that I've worked very hard for and very directly for is complete control over the way I spend my time. So I could get up whenever I want, I could do whatever I want, and that to me is worth all the money in the world. Not all the money, but it's worth most of it, which is why I give up money all the time to buy back my time. So I feel like if that is your value, I'm leading with that, I'm being hard on that because a lot of people that come to me share similar values. The key is this, the key I found is this, like when starting something, work backwards. Like, what do I want to have? What do I want my life to look like? Like, be as descriptive as possible and think backwards. Like, how is this decision going to impact what my daily life is going to look like? Because that's the game. It's like, it's not the game to retire at 60 and make a shitload and whatever. It's to enjoy the process on the way. That's the game. So one example I always use is like someone wants to be someone loves diet, nutrition, and fitness, and they're like, I'm going to be a personal trainer. And I'm like, that's great, and I respect it, and I love it, and I want you to do that. But if they're also telling me that they want to have complete control over the way they spend their time, then maybe that's not the best industry to go into, personal training, because it's the ultimate time trade for money. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to have both, where you want your business to be involved with health and nutrition and fitness, and you want control over your time, then being a personal trainer is just not the best choice. There's other better choices where you can do something like sell supplements on the internet. Like that is all the diet and health and lifestyle and nutrition, but all the control over your time because you're running the shop. And so I would look at it like what you want to do is sometimes the goal for being successful at what you have to do in the beginning. Like sort of like paraphrasing something. I think like Oprah was famous for that quote. Said it probably more eloquent than me. But basically, like if personal training is the ultimate goal, that's fine. Don't lose sight of the big picture. But hand select like 5 clients that you're going to work with like 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours a week. And then the rest of the time is built towards a business that instead of trading your time for money, you're investing time to create a business that makes money, and then you could buy back that time. So that's really the game. So when you trade, you slave. When you invest, you win. And I've always looked at it like, how will the time I'm spending now? How is this 1 hour I'm spending now? Not now on this YouTube. I love being with you guys. This shit I just do because I love it. But like, how is this hour I'm spending on my business going to be 10 hours I don't have to spend tomorrow? And if I can't make that, if I don't see that vision, I just step back and say, there has to be another way. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you took something away from it. Hope I kept my energy up in spite of being a little under the weather. If you like this video, share it. That's like the ultimate compliment. And thank you guys so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are amazing. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.